Hello and welcome back to another episode of my Quest to 200 as we go along the main storyline of Dofus. In fact, let's take a quick look. See how far we are. Quests, main quest. It says we're 10% of the way. Wow, it seems like a long time ago now when we started this. Probably 9 of that 10% was just easy stuff. A lot of this next stuff requires a lot more work. At least that's what I assume. Wow, there's a lot there. Anyways, we are working our way on the green emerald. We are on the soul stealer. In the last episode, we got our 4th of 5 soul stones. As you can see right here, I've got 4 of the 5 on all the characters. Today we're going to work on getting that 5th one, the Wa Wobot. And as you can see, I've kind of rearranged my setup here, so hopefully my picture's not going to be covering anything anymore. I even set it low enough to where you'll be able to see the coordinates of where I'm at if you're ever needing to reference where I am on the map. When we went to do the Naween, when we went and captured that, if you remember right, we had to come talk to Rich Claymore. I was noticing here on the quest, where did the 7th company go? This is where we were going to get our hands on the hip emote. And it says that we need to come back and talk to Rich Claymore. Now, I don't know if this completes the quest, but I wanted to start here because if we complete this quest and we get this emote, that would be pretty cool to have another emote for our team. We talked to Rich and it looks like there's more to do for this objective. Then we're not going to worry about it tonight because that's not the goal tonight. But I figured this would be a fun place to start just to see if we can get ourselves a new emote right off the bat. Then we're going to go over to Wabbit Island. And if you remember right, oh man, well, probably episode 15, 16, somewhere in there, Lily brought us over here for the first time and we talked to the fertility statue. Wow, that was quite an episode. Anyways, we've already got the zap, so getting here will be pretty easy. And then I'm going to put the map up on the screen here real quick. Looking at this map, you can see there's above ground and below ground places we got to go. And it's a zigzag all around this place. And you go under the ground, you come up over here, and you go under the ground, you come up over here. This is the dungeon we need to go to, I believe. The Wabbit's Warren. I hope that's the right one. There's 2 dungeons over here. I think the castle is where you work on getting the Cawwot Dofus. And I believe the Warren is where we can get the Wobot that we need. I don't know if once I get all the way here and fight this guy, if it just puts me right outside the dungeon or if I gotta run that whole maze again. I've got the keys to run this a few times, but if it puts me all the way back here, I'm not gonna make you guys watch me run this thing multiple times. That will kind of determine where all we go in this episode. If it puts me right outside the dungeon, I'll probably run it a couple times and then we'll conclude this episode by going and turning in all 5 stones. If I have to run the maze each time, I doubt I'll have enough time tonight to do all that and still get over there in time to turn in the quest. So we'll kind of play it by ear. We'll see how it goes. But let's start out with Rich Claymore here and see if we get ourselves an emote. Yep, here we go. Give a report on the inn. Hey, look at that. We got it. Pretty good chunk of XP too. Hands on the hip emote. You've discovered Bruman Tictora's secret laboratory? I should have hired you sooner. I could have avoided the loss of 21 soldiers. I'll deal with the next part of the operation. By Iop, this Bruman Tictora's has got it coming. You are dismissed. Well, that's cool. All right, let's see what our emote looks like. I don't think I'll be able to do it on the mount. You used to be able to do some of the emotes on the mount, but the last couple I've tried hasn't worked. All right, emotes. Put it down here so we'll be able to see it clearly. Zoom in. Here we go. Ooh, we look tough. Oh, you can't face forward. It's only sideways. That's still fun. I like that. I'll probably try to use that in the episode thumbnail for this one. All right, just so I can find out. Oh, look at that. She's still got the hands on the hips. I wonder if... Haha, you can use this one on a mount. All right. Not that you can see it all that great. What happens if I face forward and use it? Oh, she turned sideways. Well, that's cool. We got another emote. That's fun. Okay, let's head over to the start of Wabbit Island. All right, here we are at the entrance to Wabbit Island. Something I forgot to point out real fast if you haven't noticed already. I got me a gaming chair. That's so cool. For the longest time I've been using either a folding chair. I had a kitchen chair with a couch pillow I was putting on it for a little bit. And then we also had a office chair that I was able to use for a little bit, but that has recently kicked the bucket. So I finally got to buy me an actual nice gaming chair. Puts a little bit of color in my background. I know the background of my room is not very exciting. It's just kind of some beige colors and stuff. So I got a little color to help pop now, which I think is pretty cool. I'm going to pop the map up here again real quick. If you'll notice looking at this map, the blue areas represent areas that you are going to be underground, and the red areas represent areas that you're going to be above ground. And what'll happen is, as you notice, I'm going to come over up, and then right here, you basically go into this little house, and you're going to go underground. And you're going to be running around a little bit, and then you'll pop back up above ground somewhere, and then you go back below ground somewhere until you work your way all the way through this maze. Also, if you look at the map, you'll see those little blue dots, and those are called key guardians. There's 3 of them. Now, I believe I need to go talk to each one of those. They're NPCs, basically, that you'll talk to. And I think I need to talk to each one of them to actually get to go into the castle. I'm not entirely sure. I think that's maybe just on the first run. Kind of like the first time going into the Nelwyn, you have to do it the right way. You can't just use a bunch of keys. So I think that's the same process here. So just to be safe, I'm going to work my way through and talk to each of them as I work my way up there as well. So I'm going to put this in fast forward so that you can kind of see how it goes. I'll put some music to it, and at each one of the NPCs, I'll slow things down. We'll read those together in case it's related to the story, and then we'll move on all the way until we get to the castle. So enjoy the music. High Noon Wabbit. Woohoo! Ah, woohoo! I'm the terrific Wabbit of the High Noon, fatal crossing of the morning and the evening of the morning. Know this, young one, I feel nothing. If I give you the key, it's only because I like you very much. Don't think I'm afraid of that huge weapon hanging down from your belt. That has nothing to do with it. Oh, rats. So this is awkward. The key must have slipped out of my pocket when I was running after one of those Cawwot Wabbits. No need to look so angry, friend. One day we'll look back at this and laugh. Listen, go and twack down some twabbits yourself and shake them around. I bet you'll find the key that way. Okay, so I guess we gotta fight these little twabbits. All right, here we go. Okay, here's the next one. Pewly Moaning Wabbit. The little concession stand he's got going on here. It's got some sweets and treats over there. In case you haven't noticed already too, there are a lot of fishing spots. Look at that, 10 stars. A lot of fishing spots along this island, so if you're working on a fisherman, I'd recommend come over here and snag a bunch of this. Alright, let's see what this guy has to say. Blimey, you a big one. Don't mess with me, mate. I'm a puny moaning wabbit, one of the most powerful wabbits in the world. I've been blessed with the singing stwa. So stop looking at me like that, or there'll be trouble. You wouldn't attack me, would you? I caused the destruction of the great OFF TO WABBIT, you know? Stop staring at me. You wouldn't attack me, White? Look at me. I'm tiny. I'm all alone, and I have such sweet little eyes. You couldn't hurt such a lovely creature, could you? You know what they say, the strongest shouldn't attack the weakest. White? Tell you what, how about I give you a nice shiny key and you leave me alone? Deal? Let me guess, this guy doesn't have it either. Dawn, I must have lost it somewhere. Don't frown at me like that. It can't be far away. I bet one of my buddies have picked it up. Go and play wrestle with a few woos and grandpa wabbits, and you should find it. Stop staring at me like that. I don't have any mo, so there's no point in staring at me. These wabbits are so hard to read. Alright, so we're supposed to attack these really fat rabbits and grandpas, I think it said. Oh, there's a whole bunch of these guys. Oh, at least these are in bigger groups. Alright, let's see what one of these are like. Let's fight this big group here. I took off the idols. Well, I got one still on there, but I took off most of the idols in hopes that it would speed up the process, but I'm wondering if there's a certain drop rate. Can I check? Encyclopedia. Let's see, does it show a drop rate on that key? 1 to 1.4%. Oh my goodness. Yeah, let's stack some idols on. I'll just put all the big ones that I typically do. Let's see if this helps. That took it to, well, almost a 3%. Yeah, the idols can be great, but man, sometimes it does not give you as much extra oomph as you would expect it to for the amount of trouble that you're adding. Now these guys are pretty weak, so I don't expect there to be any trouble. Let's just try a couple of these real quick and see how it goes. I feel like this whole video so far has been nothing but me running around and you guys listening to music, so let's stick a fight in here where I talk a bit. So I'm just curious, is there anybody that has been kind of following along with my videos and doing this as well? And if you are, have you ever done the Emerald Dofus quest before, or is this your first time going through it, or what's give me a little story behind that. I'm kind of curious to see if anybody else is going through this with me. Although if you're trying to get this Dofus, you're probably better off not waiting on me unless you get stuck. Obviously I can hopefully help if you get stuck, but otherwise with all the editing and stuff that I do, it takes a lot longer for me to get through these steps than someone just trying to get through the steps. Plus, I'm reading all the chit chat and everything else, so that all makes a difference as well. All right, I haven't been paying any attention to see if I was getting this challenge over here. All right, that one's, there you go. Almost got it. The Twabbits, or whatever it was that I was fighting to drop the noon key, I got 2, and those were not dropping very fast, so I'm hoping, since I actually have keys for everybody already, I'm kind of hoping that since I talked to the guy, that's good enough that I don't actually have to have one of those individual keys. But I may end up regretting that assumption. If I get all the way to the castle and find out I can't get in, that's gonna stink. Alright, let's see here. I got 1. Okay. But see, the quest doesn't update or anything I talked to this guy, and it doesn't, it's not like it updates a quest or anything, so I really don't think I need to have one of those keys on each player. So I got 3 noon keys here. But see, I have actual, where are they at? Right here. I've actually crafted the Wa Wobot Castle. Oh, wait a second. Wa Wobot Castle. Oh, that's not the right key. You know what? I think I'm going to have to try to drop one of those for each of these. Alright, so I got 3 noons. What's she got? She's got 2 noons. Okay, so I at least have enough noons for everybody for 1 run. Let's see, he's got 1, and he's got the puny. And what do you... Okay, you got 2 noons. Okay, well, guess I'm going to have to fight some more of these. So, here we go. I believe that gives me 5 of those keys, so that should be enough to give everybody at least 1. Since I know there's still 1 more key we have to go get, I'm going to wait and pass everything out once I've gotten that last one. Now, looking at the map, it looks like I got to go back the way I came to get here, and then go a different direction underneath the tunnels. So, here we go again. A lot of running in this episode. Okay, so as you saw, I changed some settings here on my screen. So this little area, I'm going to pop a picture up on the screen here. And I'm sorry, the resolution may not be very good. The picture that I was able to find is not a really good quality picture of it. But basically, there's an invisible path that you can walk on here. Now, if you go into the room over here onto the left, I don't think I'm covering it with my webcam. This little door on the left, that's where you can go to get the Cawwot Spell, I believe it is. You have to have 100 Cawwots. This right here, you have to have 100 of these, and you can exchange those to get the Cawwot Spell, which is used in so many ways by so many classes. It's really big in PvP, and then in PvM, it's real valuable too, because you can use it to block line of sight. It has a healing glyph that it puts out. There's just a lot of things you can do with it. So it's definitely worth trying to get if you can. If you turn on the grid, it makes it a lot easier. In fact, you probably saw in that last room, I fell in the hole twice trying to get through there with a mount. So I recommend you hop off your mount and then turn on the grid, because it makes it so much easier to be able to click on exactly which cell that you want, especially since some of these are going to go diagonal. I believe we need to go down through here to go get to that last key master or key guardian, and it might take me a minute to work all these guys through, so I'm not even going to bother putting that fast forward. I'm just going to cut to being on the other side of my whole team. I'll walk the first person through it just so you can see it in action, and then after that I'll just cut and get the whole rest of the team over here. All right, so here we go. All right, got the whole team on the other side here, and I believe we're going to have to backtrack through that area again, so I'm not going to bother turning the grid or anything off. I believe the guy we need to talk to is going to be fairly close to the outside of here, so I'm going to pick back up once I get to him. Okay, here we are. Yeah, you're just going to go left 3 maps and then down 1, and this is where you get to Wooling Evening Wabbit. So I guess we had noon, morning, and evening. Interesting. Alright, well, let's talk to this guy and find out where he's put his key. I am the Wabbit of eternal evening. I love the sound of cowets being quenched in the dawn. I party all night and I go to bed at an ungodly hour of the morning. You fearsome warriors. You fearsome warriors. I think that's supposed to be warrior? You need a key? Let me think. Okay, take it. I'd rather be a cowardly wabbit than a courageous wabbit stew. Take the key. Oh, look at that. It's missing. Who'd have thought? What is this? Oh my goodness. He just roared through that key. Well, what? But I had it when I met those skeleton wabbits who wanted to devour me raw. I must have dropped it in the squinting for my wife. One of my attackers must certainly have picked it up. All you have to do is find out which one. Alright, so now we gotta fight some skeletons. I'm gonna guess you're starting to see why a lot of people don't like to run over here too much. Oh, there's so many hoops you gotta jump through. I really hope that when I fight the castle, it just puts me right outside the door and I don't have to run through all this again. But I just got a feeling that's gonna be too easy, and I'm not expecting it to be that easy. Alright, so, oh my goodness, look at that. We got another very well-endowed statue here on Wabbit Island. They do enjoy showing off, don't they? Alright, so these skeleton rabbits, I think, are going to be up in this area where like the gravestones and stuff are. So we have to backtrack, and then we go out here. Instead of coming back down, we're going to go down here, and that's going to lead us up this way, I believe. All right, I'm going to cut back when I get to that dark room, because I'm going to show you a quick little tip there for getting back a little quicker. It's probably fairly obvious, but right over here is the ladder to get out for when you fall off. So if you just run out here to some random spot and fall in, and then just run over here to the ladder, it gets you back over here a lot faster than if you try to take all those little steps back. So that's just a little tip for you if you want to get back quickly. Just hop right in the hole and climb up the ladder. Okay, here we go. Oh my goodness. We finally made it to the Wabbit God. Wow. There was so much running around, and I had to fight mobs to get, you know, the key fragments that I needed. Because at the start of this, I had planned on just kind of fast forward recording me running through the whole thing, but goodness, it's probably taken me 40 minutes to get all the way through all of this. But we have arrived in the 3 pieces that we need. So we got the noon key, the morning key, and the evening key, and I've got at least one on each character. I'm really hoping that I can use the bunch of keys on the next run through, because I'd really like to be able to go ahead and get, I don't know, will this guy give me the option to teleport? Let's see, let's check that, make something up. Okay, teleport group. What I might do, oh, and it's even let me use a bunch of keys. I'm a little nervous though that it's not allowing me to use a key. Well, what I might end up doing is run through this one time and then zap somebody back to Bonta to buy more keys if I need to, and then I can just teleport them back to this entrance. So we'll see how that goes. All right, let's go ahead and read what the Wabbit Guard has to say. He looks kind of like a little, I guess he does kind of look like a robot. Oh, okay, so there's the rabbit. His eyes, he's sitting in some kind of like a mech machine, it looks like. Because that's the rabbit there, and then these are, he's got his little joysticks there. That's fun. I like that. All right, Wabbit Guard. Wobot. Wagamental number 53. Private from the Elevation Wobot Regiment of the Wa God. Halt. Who goes there? Access to this part of the island is reserved for the Wa. Away with you, you wascally wagoo, who wouldn't know a Cawwot if it wobbled him in the sweet. If it robbed him in the street. Make something up. I don't know what you're talking about. Tell me once and for all what you're doing here, and then get out. Use the bunch keys. Yes, I do. All right, that gets me in. It's pretty cool. Whoa. I don't know what he's hoping to catch in that hole. I'm wondering if something actually is going to come jumping out of there. Nope, guess not. All right, so here we are. And as if you haven't had enough epic music, here's a little more. Here he is. Wa Wobot. There's the Cawwot Dofus. That's pretty nice. You know, when I was checking the markets to see kind of what some of these soul stones sell for, I think this one was being listed at like 400,000 here on Echo. And I was like, who's going to pay 400,000 for this dungeon? It's easy. It's not that hard to fight this dungeon. After going through all of that to get here, 400,000 commas is starting to sound pretty cheap. Oh my goodness. All right. I don't think there's anything too tricky about this guy. It's been forever since I fought this, even longer than Nelwyn. So we'll have to see what happens here. Oh, look, there's like a little drawing, cave drawing on the wall over there. One thing I do say, I love how they incorporate carrots in all the architecture and everything else in the. It really feels like a big cohesive area, like it really does all belong together, which is really cool. All right, I do not want to forget to put on a soul stone so we can get at least one of these guys. Let's see, do I have here? Since I'm going to do the whole team, I'll put it on Graybeard so that my order doesn't change up. 100 stone. All right, everybody's healthful. Looks good. All right, let's do this. Oh, I didn't check the achievements. Well, let's get the team in here first. I don't want to accidentally leave somebody behind. That would be so bad. Get all the way here and then make a mistake like that at the very end. All right, achievements. Dungeons, 151. Okay, ooh, right here at the top. That's the Wabbit, Wa Wobot. So one for this. Here we go. Wa Wobot. Oh my goodness, I just realized I still have all my achievement or all my idols on. Okay, clean hands. As soon as it takes damage, kill it before its turn. How much health does the big guy have? 3,500. Negative to neutral resistance. Ooh, and we got the achievement for it. That's tempting. All right, we might try for that. Hopefully everything works in our favor here. Luckily this guy is first. Go ahead and get rid of him easily enough. Okay, hopefully this thing doesn't have like an insta-kill attack or something. 400. Oh, well that's a interesting little doodad. 150% resistance. I wonder what that does. I don't see anything here that's giving me cause for alarm. So let's just, I'm gonna try to save him for last so that hopefully we can still get this achievement. I gotta be able to do all 3,500 damage in a single turn. Let's go ahead and stack this on you. All right, let's go with that. All right, this guy is weak to fire. That's not too bad. Can I walk? Good, I can walk away. Right now, all three of the 4 characters have the in shield on because, well, except for Tank. He's got the air dial because it gives him ranged damage. And I tend to try to keep him out of the action or a little bit at a distance. That way he's free to do healing and stuff. Oh, the rest of my team, however, has the in shield on, which gives plus 11 spell damage, but it takes away 6 if I'm at a range. The other 3 characters, I tend to be right on top of people when I'm doing damage, like because they're these 2 for sure, because they're agility, and I like to try to lock them. So that extra damage output is really nice. But I've been debating on my Feka. I really like using pushback spells on her. She's got some really good pushback damage, and her spells that do pushback, I can't stand next to the person when I do that damage or use those spells. So I've been debating on swapping her shield out for maybe one of those air dials also. If you've got a recommendation for a different shield that I'm just not aware of or thinking of, feel free to leave it in the comments below. She's 182, so I can't do anything that's like level 190 or something like that. But maybe that's something I can even work towards if there's something that you guys think would be the perfect shield for the way I use her. Alright, let's see what this guy does. I'm losing my sound. Well, now I got another one of these. It doesn't look like I can damage them, so I guess I just leave those there. Alright, well, here we go. Let's start the damage process here. Oh, good, I can hit him with this once. That'll buff my agility. Oh, who has the soul stone? Okay, Greybeard, I need to remember to cast that. Don't let me forget to cast that. If it looks like I'm gonna forget, just start yelling at on the computer and maybe that'll help me remember. Alright, hit you with this one. These are kind of the two big hits he's got. Alright, he's over halfway. Things are looking good. Soul capture. Let's stand next to you. Get my agility attacks. Oh, I think we're gonna be good. I don't know if this guy has any drops that are like worth a good amount of money, but if he does, we just might be able to pull it off here. Okay, so we'll hit you with that one. Oh yeah. Nothing else, we got some good achievements out of this run. Alright, got our soul. Yep, got one soul stone here. Okay, well we didn't drop anything different than I got all those achievements scrolling up. It's lagging everything. I didn't drop anything from him that was unique compared to what we've been getting all along. So, what's this? Yeah, it's frying oil. Okay, Dofus Keeper. Hey, the Cawwot Dofus is gone. All right, let's see what the Dofus Keeper says. Hello, you have no business here. So queen off on the double. Leave without making a scene. Hey, all right, it does put me right outside the room here. I gotta figure out though what key this uses. Okay, just a second. I'm gonna see if I can figure out which key this uses so that I can maybe just run this a couple more times since I made all that work to get here. Okay, it looks like it uses a Wa Wobot key or something like that. I'll put a picture of it up here on the screen so that you guys can see which one that is too. The one that I crafted before coming here apparently was the wrong one. This one, which is for the Wabbit Castle. Don't make the mistake of crafting this. And I made several of them too because I was like, I'm just going to spam this thing. I'll put a picture of the correct key up here so you guys can see that. So hopefully you can get the right key before coming here when you do this step. But thanks for coming by, checking out another video. After this, we'll have officially all 5 soul stones that we need, and we'll go back to talk to Tungusi, and then we'll see where it goes from there. And I guess that's about it. Well, thanks again for coming by. Hope you enjoyed it. If you could do me a huge favor, smack that like button. Helps YouTube promote my channel and let people know that I'm here. Also, I'm getting really close to that 500 subscriber mark. Thank you guys so much. You're awesome. Remember, when I hit 500 subscribers, I'm going to see about hiring somebody to make me an actual logo, a professional logo for my channel, which I think is going to be great. So that's about it. Thanks for coming by, and I'll see you on the next one.